What's one belief about yourself that has held you back from pursuing your dreams? And how would your life change if you let it go? Can you recall a moment when you surprised yourself by achieving something despite believing you couldn't? What did that teach you about your limits? Welcome to the Summer Reset Challenge, where we embark on an extraordinary journey of spiritual growth and mindset transformation for the next 8 weeks. Are you ready to embark on a journey of self reflection and let go of the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back? It's time to create the life you truly desire, friend. Join me as we embark on this transformative adventure because this summer it's time to shine. And before we dive in to talk about all those limiting beliefs that we're going to let go, I want to remind you several things. The Facebook community called Rewire to Align is open and ready for you to join. This community is dedicated to personal growth, spirituality, and the transformative power of neurocoaching. You're going to connect with like minded individuals like you and me. You're going to share insights and you're going to embark on a journey of self discovery together. Because you know what happens when we are going through this self growth journey? Sometimes the people around us, if they are not in the same path, they are going to look at us like we have 5 heads. But having people that understand us, it's expansion. So it's a great opportunity to also find support there. And number two, my website, Michelle Marie Pacheco, has a lot of free resources you can use right now. And also there is a tab that you can apply for one-on-one coaching sessions, which are going to be transformational in your personal development journey. Okay, I'm going to leave the links in the show notes for you. Now, let's get started with the episode. Hello, beautiful soul. What beliefs do you hold about yourself that might be limiting your potential? In what areas of your life do you feel you are not living authentically? What fears prevent you from expressing your true self? In what ways do you feel disconnected from your higher self, and what beliefs contribute to this disconnection? Welcome to Neuro Soul Sync, a podcast that blends neuroscience and spirituality, exploring the connection of our spiritual and emotional lives with the neuroscience of our bodies and brain. I'm Michelle Marie, your host, certified spiritual neurocoach, IVF twin mompreneur, lover of human design, and all things personal development. A few years ago, I felt exactly like that, yearning to live on purpose and authentically. I wanted to live fearlessly, prioritizing my needs and creating a life aligned to my core values and beliefs. And I was able to master this through neuroplasticity, spirituality, energetics, and the exact simple tools I will share with you here. I believe that when we are in alignment with who we are, life transforms from stuck and resistant to a journey of flow, impacting not only ourselves, but the collective consciousness. So if you're ready to get in the driver's seat of your life, live with authenticity, and discover simple yet powerful solutions that will guide you from feeling stuck to fulfill, this is your sacred space. Let's get ready to vibe high, align, and manifest. Welcome to Neuro Soul Sync, friend, and welcome to the Summer Reset. Today, we are going into the powerful practice of releasing limiting beliefs that hold us back from living our fullest lives. Together, we'll explore the art of letting go, shedding all narratives, and embracing new possibilities. After we talk a little bit about this subject, I'm going to give you your homework for the week. And what I want you to do is share with me how your journey has been so far. I have mentioned that you can use the hashtag Summer Reset and also tag me at Michelle Marie Pacheco on Instagram. And this is week number 3. And I hope that you have listened to the first 2 episodes of this series and you are using your journal to take all your notes. Do your homework and track your progress, no matter where you are, okay? I know I am on vacation, enjoying my friends, enjoying my kids, my husband, enjoying Europe. And I don't know in which part of the world you are. No matter where you are, you can do this, okay? So grab your journal, find a cozy spot, and let's get to it. Let's talk about limiting beliefs. Yes, those pesky little thoughts that we have acquired through our life because of our experiences, our societal expectations, our parents, our friends, and the environment where we grew up. What is only one limiting belief you have been struggling to let go? I want you to think about that because you can focus on that today and during this week challenge. And do you want to know what mine was for a long time? You are not enough. You are not enough. Ugh, I struggled with this one for years until I didn't anymore. Now I know how to let it go and I know where it comes from. So I know it's not mine, it's a projection. So I had the courage to do what I like to call the digging, which is opening some wounds from the past and dig and dig and dig until I found the root cause of the belief. And sometimes we are very afraid to do this and we rather not do the work because it's very emotional. But I am inviting you this week to work on one belief that you have and do the digging. We have to do it. We have to explore. We have to forgive. We have to let go because the only way out is through. If not, we're going to keep repeating the same experiences, the same situations, the same relationships, the same response, the same reaction. And honestly, friend, it just gets us stuck in a cycle that does not allow for growth and lasting change in our lives. And honestly, who wants to live like that? Nobody. Nobody wants to live like that. Again, limiting beliefs are deeply ingrained thoughts and perceptions that holds our potential and hinder personal growth. From a neuroscience perspective, these beliefs are often formed through repeated experiences and negative self-talk, creating neural pathways that reinforce feelings of inadequacy. And you know how reinforcement works in our brain, right? Our reticular activating system or awareness center makes sure to always look for situations that add up to our belief, therefore reinforcing it. And I advise you to go back to episode number 23 to learn how to optimize the use of this part of your brain in your favor. Now, if we talk spiritually, limiting beliefs can act as barriers to our true selves, preventing us from connecting with our higher purpose and our authentic potential. Letting go of these limiting beliefs is crucial as it not only rewires our brain for positivity and empowerment, but also opens the door for great self-awareness, healing, and fulfillment, allowing us to align with our true essence and manifest the life we desire. And that's what this podcast is all about, my friend. And I'm not talking about manifesting and then losing that manifestation shortly after. Like, you know how you can manifest a relationship and then 3 years down the road you lose it? Well, it's probably because you did not heal the one of a specific limiting belief and it projected into the relationship. Think about it. Think about it. I'm going to let you ponder it right there. I'm throwing it out there and I'm going to let you explore it if this has happened to you. So today I will be giving you one exercise that can help you get started. But before I do that, I want to remind you to leave me a review of the podcast because why? It helps other people find it. You know, the algorithm of the web works like that. And also, I want to remind you to join the Facebook community where you are going to find like-minded people like you and me going through the same journey, expanding our mind, you know, helping us see other perspective, finding support, etc. So I'm going to leave the link in the show notes for that community so that you can join. Now, let's get back to that exercise that I want you to do. And what I want you to do this week is the following steps to release limiting beliefs. Do you have a pen and paper or your journal? If not, you can come back. But step one, you're going to identify your limiting belief. You're going to take a moment to reflect on your thoughts and feelings about yourself. You're going to write down one limiting belief that you hold. Or if you want to work on more than one, you can do it as well. But choose one for this week. For example, I am unworthy of love. The second step is that you're going to challenge that belief. For the belief that you chose, ask yourself what evidence supports this belief or what evidence contradicts this belief. If you chose more than one, do this for each of the beliefs that you chose. And you're going to write down your findings. For example, if you had the belief of I am not good enough, you can do the evidence supporting the belief can be I struggled in the past because of X, Y, and Z. And you're going to find that main reason. The only way to find the main reason or the root cause is to keep asking yourself why. You have to do the digging. So I am not good enough. Why do I think I'm not good enough? Well, 2 years ago, I didn't get hired in the job that I was applying to. But why do I think I'm not good enough? Well, because when I was 15, this and this happened. But why do I think that? Because my teacher told me. But why? So you have to keep doing the digging and you will probably find out that your root cause is in your childhood. And this is where you have to understand that the belief was probably projected to you by a caretaker, by a teacher, by a parent, a friend, and it's not really yours. It can be a source of, an experience that you have as well. And also traumatic experiences that we had as children. You will probably have to do some forgiving here as well, because you're going to have to find out who is the person that projected that belief onto you. And then you have to forgive that person. If it's your caretaker or parent, which most of us, that's how our beliefs are. They are the root cause, right? The parent. We also have to be compassionate with our parents and see the bigger picture, how they grew up, the way that they were raised. Maybe they were not nurtured, maybe they were not loved, and then they are projecting this on us because they don't have the emotional intelligence that we have. So one point I want to make is that forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the harm that was done to you. It also doesn't necessarily mean making up with the person who caused you the harm. Forgiveness brings a kind of peace that allows you to focus on yourself and helps you go on with life. And that's what you want. You want to clear that slate and create from a blank canvas. The next thing you're going to do here in step 2 is to find the evidence contradicting the limiting belief. For example, I have received praise for my work and I have achieved my goals. Therefore, I am worthy. You see? So find those pockets of time where you have experienced how amazing you are. The more you find evidence contradicting the belief and repeat this practice, the more you're helping your brain go through neuroplasticity. Eventually, you will see a shift in your thinking and a gradual weakening of the limiting belief, because the brain needs to see to believe that that is possible, that what you want is possible. And the only way that we're going to do that is when we find the evidence that contradicts the limiting belief. Now, if you want to know more about neuroplasticity, make sure to check out episode number 19. I'm going to link it in the show notes for you. Step 3, you're going to create positive affirmations and make sure to use them as much as you can. And let me tell you something, friend, your positive affirmations are not going to work out if you don't do step 2. It doesn't work like that. You cannot jump to step 3 and leave step 2 because you don't want to do the digging. It doesn't work, because affirmations, when we do affirmations, we have to make sure that we are believing the affirmations that we choose to say to ourselves. So if you are choosing, I am more than enough just as I am, but you still think that you're not deep in your subconscious, that is not going to work. So you have to do the digging, okay? Don't jump, don't skip steps. Step 2 and then step 3. You're going to create those positive affirmations and you're going to transform each of those limiting beliefs that you have into a positive affirmation. An example is just the one that I gave you. I am more than enough just as I am. Or I am deserving of love and happiness. And you're going to use these affirmations more than 3 times a day. Believe me, when you do it morning and when you do it mid-afternoon and when you do it in the evening, those are the times that the subconscious mind is more permeable to receive information. And I have told you this before. And then step 4, you're going to replace limiting beliefs. As you notice these limiting beliefs creeping in, what you're going to do, you're going to take action. And what's the action? You consciously replace them with your empowering statements, your affirmations. Remember, the brain loves repetition. And when we repeat and we take the new action, that's when we are rewiring. So consider using a mirror to reinforce the messages. You can do this in the morning when you go to bed. I mean, when you get out of bed, and you're brushing your teeth, you can do the affirmations in your head. The great thing is to repeat them out loud, but you can also repeat them in your head, but looking at yourself. And you can do that also in the evening, in your evening routine. And by consistently identifying, challenging, and replacing your limiting beliefs, you'll empower yourself to embrace a more fulfilling and confident life. All right, beautiful soul. You see how easy this was. This is a wrap up. And let me tell you, I want to remind you that each week builds on the previous one. So be sure to carry what you learned from last week and this week into the next, and from the first week as well. The goal here is to incorporate all of this into your lifestyle. And please remember to share your journey with me in social with the hashtag Summer Reset. I love when you share with me your journey and you tag me in Instagram at Michelle Marie Pacheco. Also, you can share it in the Facebook community that I just opened called Rewire and Align. Make sure that you join and that you tell us how is your journey going with this summer reset wherever you are. And that's it for today. I hope that this episode serves and blesses you. Next week, we're going to be talking about a new topic, a new homework that is going to help you transform and reset you this beautiful summer. Remember, living in alignment is a journey. Embrace this summer reset as a choice to connect deeper to your true self. Until next time, keep syncing your mind and your soul to create a life in alignment. I'm sending you love. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I love creating it. If what you heard helped you, the number one way you can thank me is by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. My mission is that you feel empowered and more spiritually connected after listening, so your feedback means the world to me. Just scroll down to where it says write a review and leave me yours. And if you love what Neuro Soul Sync is about, please share with your family and friends. I believe the world becomes a better place when we come together collectively to make the change. I look forward to be with you next week.